Just like I was saying yesterday, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his council, I think, should I call them some kind of illiterates, or they are claiming ignorance of the law, because they just scored an own goal yesterday, a very big own goal in their final address. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu coming out to threaten Nigerians that if he's being removed as the president of Nigeria, there will be an anarchy, there will be a chores, there will be war and all that, shows that he is truly the tout they called him in the first place. We can't have a tout running the affairs of a nation of 200 million people. And this is why we must engage ourselves to understand what the law states. Now, on the Tinubu and APC written statement, what is substantial effect on the outcome of the election? Number one, section 135, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act. An election shall not be liable to be invalidated by reason of non-compliance with the provisions of the Act if it appears to the election tribunal or court that the election was conducted substantially in accordance with the principles of this Act, and that the non-compliance did not affect substantially the result of the election. That is, okay, let's go to number 2. Now, the above says that the reason for non-compliance alone would not cause the invalidation of the election so long the outcome did not substantially change the outcome of the election. Number 3, the question is the meaning of substantially. Here, since we know that election is prone to non-compliance here and there, substantially in election simply equates to negative distortion in the margin of lead, the vote of difference between the first and the second, in this case 1.8 million votes. With this number of polling units 18,088, blood 4,457 overvoting, and over 10,000 missing, it is easy to see that voting intent of well over 10 million voters is unknowably. That is about 20% of the Nigerian voting public, the size of the whole northwest of Nigeria, whose votes are indeterminable as a result of this substantial non-compliance. So you see, we have over a whole population of the northwest that you cannot tell how the number came about, and yet you have somebody to be declared as the president of Nigeria. As such, the judge will see through this and liable to invaliding the election. Much things will continue to happen, and if we are not being careful, things like this will continue to go wrong. And that's where all these things have been gotten wrongly. That's where all these things have been gotten. So what Tinubu and Shetima do not understand, that I don't know if they fail to understand good English. You understand? I don't even know whether they understand good English. Now, if I continue, this is some things Tinubu and APC team are missing. Number one is collation of results are done manually, never electronically. Yes, collation of results according to our law is a manual process. Number B, electronic collation means electronic tabulations and computations of results, PU results and brokers of results. C, election collation is not same as electronic upload, access of document. D, our laws commanded for electronic upload, storage and access of certain election documents, especially and specifically from EC8A, EC8B to E. Number 2, electronic transmit is different from transfer. 2 of A. The law commands electronically transmit or transfer. This statement is a disjunction that means either electronically transmit or electronically transfer. We do not transfer electronic files or documents. In fact, one of the most reliable internet protocol that enable exchange of information among computer network is named FTP, File Transfer Protocol. That the Electoral Act provided for both electronic transmission and manual delivery. Yes, of course, section 38 III provided for electronic transmission, while section 38 III provided for manual delivery of results to the ward level. The law did not say either electronic or manual. What it says is that it must be both, for both electronic and manual. That INEC is at liberty to choose whatever means to transmit, transfer, or whatever means to verify the authenticity of the result. So if they are saying that INEC is at liberty to choose the way they want to transmit or transfer results, it is very wrong. INEC is not at liberty to pick or choose whatever way to transmit or deliver the result. The law is clear that it must do both. So they have to do transfer and equally transmit. They must. So the law 48 subsection A of INEC regulation commanded collation officers to first verify the result scored by the political parties on the hard copy with the ones electronically transmitted. Verification of the result is at the heart of collation process, without which such collation would be null and void. That collated result is same as result at the polling unit. There is no collation at the polling unit and therefore no collation officer there. The result on form EC8A is not a collated result, but the raw scores of the political parties at that polling unit. B. Collation starts at the ward, then to the local government, then to the state, and lastly at the National Collation Center. The collated results are thus entered forms EC8B to E. C. Therefore, section 92 to 93 being bandied about by the INEC Tinubu APC team as justification to ignore the upload from EC8A can be likened to classically ignorance or being clever by half. Number 6, that FCT Abuja is the 37th state. As such, FCT voters are no more important than voters from other states. A. FCT Abuja is a federal capital territory but not a state according to the Constitution of Nigeria. B. FCT Abuja is unique. For example, it does not partake in the sharing of federal accrued revenue monthly. It does not have local government as other states but local council. While section 134 subsection 1B and 134 subsection 2B commanded that 25% ought to be obtained in FCT Abuja, section 134 subsection 3B completely deleted FCT Abuja. D. The question begging is, why should FCT Abuja be required in the spread during general election but not required in the spread during the runoff election as in section 134 subsection 3B? So you see, everything has been defined. The Tinubu team must understand that it's already late and they cannot continue to behave like children that were not raised well by their parents. Victory is for P2B and there's no way. That's why Tinubu has resorted into threats, because he knows that at the end of the day, P2B is winning this case. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Peace.